Namaste, India. Pohat Biach. I think number one I would put is Fade, the one that was originally before Faded. Because I made that one when I was 16 and it was the one that became Faded and changed my life. One name that really rings a bell for me is Pritam. And Pritam I actually went to the studio with many years ago. Mm-hmm. And we've been cooking, but we unfortunately didn't finish up. Probably at the very top is a collaboration with Lady Gaga.
Make that happen, somebody.
It could be very cool. I think her music, her style could be very a good match.
Hello everybody, I'm Vidrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guest today is extremely talented. Of course, he's cool. He's created some really cool music. Extremely popular EDM artist and music producer, Alan Walker. Hello, welcome to India again.
Hello. Thank you for the introduction. That's really kind.
It's pretty true.
I feel like I've been blessed, but also very lucky with coming to where I am today. And never in my life did I even think that what I did create in my bedroom would one day lead me to, for example, India. Like it's been quite a journey, but it's amazing.
When you start that young, Alan, a lot of people say that you're even more fearless, right? So you are feeling less afraid to make mistakes and learn from them. How was your journey when you started back then? It
was scary, super scary. I used to be a kid that was really afraid of being in the spotlight, like here in this setting. I didn't like to be the center of attention, which was also the reason to why we came up with the hoodie and a mask, which would be a way for me to kind of just put the focus on the music instead of myself as a person. But over the years, I would just force myself in situations that I didn't really like, and now it's my living. It's and I've moved away from that discomfort to where it is comfortable, and I'm actually enjoying what I do for a living.
As an artist, I know that when it comes to music, all that shyness and that you being an introvert goes away. But you're still so popular. You have people calling themselves walkers, following you, kind of looking up to you. How do you deal with that kind of social anxiety? Because now you're with more people coming to you all the time, and you have to socialize and be there. How have you dealt with that? Because, like you rightly said, and you're among the very honest ones who doesn't even say that, oh, I'm very super chill with it. It's a real thing.
No, so from the very beginning, it was super important for me to kind of build a fan community. And that became the walkers, and we've got this super good core community, which have now increased to over 100,000 people, which is crazy because it's a small country, just online where everyone shares the one passion that we all have, which is music and Alan Walker, I would say. But no, it's surreal to feel that that so many people could also be looking up to me and also admire myself and my music. And it does come with a lot of responsibility as well. You get used to it, and I know what settings to prepare for and how to handle things when I meet fans, for example. So it's stuff you do, you learn, you fail, you try, and you do better next time.
How would Alan Walker describe the highest moments of his career and the lowest moments of his career? And I think that's what you are, right? We are made of highs and lows, and that's how all our journeys are.
Yeah, I mean, lows of my career, I don't know what to pinpoint to exactly, because music, of course, you have good periods, you release music, and you have maybe bangers after bangers, but then sometimes a song might not hit as well as you might think. So, and of course, there's a few of those. We've had the huge songs and we've had the lesser known songs over the years, but it's okay because I'm still putting out music and refilling my kind of library of music to for the fans and the listeners. But no, as I said, there's been mistakes happening on concerts where I could stop the music, and that is so embarrassing. But that doesn't happen too much very often, unless if there's something really wrong. But highs, there's constant new highs everywhere. RCB in the stadium yesterday was amazing, and of course having the opportunity to launch a headline tour as we're doing later this year here in India. We're doing 10 citywide tour, which will be incredible because that to me is like a highlight in itself.
You've been here many times now to think of it, and you enjoy your time here. You see, you go, you feel the culture, you go and hang around and everything. So this time around, is there something that Alan Walker hasn't done in India that he wants to do? And how do you sum total your experiences here?
No, overall, like I would be open for recommendations because like we will have a more extensive tour later on this year across India and many cities. So like we would have more time to actually go see different locations. Like a few years ago, we took the time to go and see Taj Mahal, which is like a very iconic place here in India. And no, like I think try more food, and experience more of the culture, and yeah, see different locations.
I'm sure everybody has their favorite list of Alan Walker, playlist, and their particular songs that you created. But what is your kind of top 5 if you had to be unbiased and you could be truly honest to yourself? What would you rank?
Like rate my own songs?
Yeah,
I mean
the top 5.
I think number 1 I would put is Fade, the one that was originally before Faded. Because I made that one when I was 16, and it was the one that became Faded and changed my life.
It was one of your biggest hits.
Yeah. So then number 2, Faded. 3, I think we'll put Alone. Or These Factor. 3 and 4. I don't know, whatever order. Number 5. I don't know. On my way.
I was just going to say on my way.
It's really hard to make it top 5.
I said it, and then you said it.
I think I heard it.
Telepathy. But no, I think it's great. I mean, I love the track. What's also interesting, I feel like besides being EDM being your broader genre, you have never sort of shied away from collaborating with genres that are different and making it more interesting. You've done some really varied collaborations and stuff. And so I want you to tell me, which I think, according to you, have been one of your top 3 most epic collaborations, and why?
I think one of the first experiments that I had with introducing a different language was on my way, actually, where we collaborated with Sabrina Carpenter and Farruko. So Sabrina sang in English and Farruko did his verses in Spanish. And that already then opened the door to do more experimental collaborations. And I think Who I Am that I recently did with Putri Ariani from Indonesia and Peter Elias from Norway was very unique. And then also another duet that I did a while ago was Alpha's Down with Juliander and Noah Cyrus, which also has had tremendous success.
I think it's interesting because there's always a rumor about, we've heard Alan Walker's doing a collaboration with this new artist. So, there've been so many of the stories going on about you collaborating with a very popular K-pop group. Alan, please tell us. Please drop it.
I don't have much to say.
But it's happening.
It could very well be happening, but
so all the rumors.
You might never know. It could be, but I don't know. We do have a lot of open conversations with different artists from all around the world, like even here in India.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of finding the right songs and the right people to collaborate with, and time will tell.
Who would you think are in some K-pop groups that you really like and would hope that you collaborate more with?
I mean, a K-pop group that I think could be cool to collaborate with would be BTS, obviously.
We know it's happening, so I'm going to move on now. Thanks. The other interesting part of this conversation, you spoke about collaborating with Indian artists and stuff. We've done one. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say particularly Indian music, but we've done something interesting, and we'll talk about that. But which Indian artists have you really heard and you felt like there could be something interesting there? Collaborations that might happen. It can be Bollywood music or just Indian music.
No, I mean, one name that really rings a bell for me is Pritam. And Pritam I actually went to the studio with many years ago. Mm-hmm. And we've been cooking, but we unfortunately didn't finish up. But no, I think he could be very cool to actually do a song with and do something with.
This is a petition to start an online petition to finish the Preetham and Alan Walker collaboration, please, and drop it for us. That sounds really, really interesting. So we must make that happen. So internet, do your thing. That'll be really cool, by the way. If you guys
I think it could be great because like now we've already had like Gravero, for example, on Who I Am, the remix, and we just did the RCB song, and I think it's really cool to like also have the influence of like music instruments that are traditional within India, and so I think that's what's really cool with music. That like regardless of where you're from, like you can always like find influence and inspiration in different instruments and cultures.
You mentioned Gravero and Who Am I? I know the track is very special to you, and it's got this really, I think, cultural reference in your life as well, right? I want to know about that, of course. And I mean, I think 2024 is great. I think your fans must be really happy. You've already dropped the Gravero version of Who Am I, and I know there's a lot more. So let's talk about that.
That's based on an old folklore melody in Norway, but we decided to write the lyrics that would be kind of like describing of our personalities, like who we are as persons, and how we're kind of like gone from where we are or have been to where we are today, and no matter what's happened has always pushed us to go harder or define us as people.
Yeah, I mean, I think the track's fantastic. And moving on to another banger of a track that you have just made the whole crowd go crazy just about recently is, of course, your team side featuring RCB. Tell us how that collaboration happened. I think Royal Challengers fans are absolutely happy.
I don't exactly know how it came on the table because it came from my management. Okay. But like they just came to me with the opportunity, and we were like, this is such a unique opportunity that we're like, that we should definitely do it. Like, cause we know that India has a huge passion for cricket, and I have a massive fan base here in India. So I thought it was like a really cool, unexpected collaboration that we could do and pull off. And then I already knew that On My Way has been a very successful song here in India, that I decided to like try to make something in that kind of like same like melodic universe.
I think I love that. How is it interacting with the world's best and India's best players? Virat Kohli, Smriti Mandhana, all of them. They clearly really like you. You got your own jersey now, so now you can't support any other IPL. They're a very clever thing to do, by the way. Yeah. So now you just cannot. You have your own jersey.
I'm a part of the team.
You can't be seen. Yeah, you can't be seen supporting any other team. You know that
yeah,
now?
Of course.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it was a really good honor to meet all of them. And we had a really nice time just talking yesterday, and they expressed their gratitude and also happiness for this song, which made me a lot more comfortable because I didn't know like how people would react, but no, like to hear the feedback from them first, it was really comforting, and I think it really like boosted my performance for later on in the evening.
Also, Salam Rocky Bhai, you sang that. Like I said, you can now almost be Indian. You can see the crowd accepting you. Do you still remember it?
I mean, the crowd there was really receptive, and I felt very welcomed with open arms, and the crowd was like going totally crazy because like, we walked around in the stadium and people were just like really like cherished and joyful. So that's what I always feel like when I come here to India. It's like people welcome me with open arms and with a lot of love as well.
You know, you've at a point, of course, today you have so many of your own tours. Besides you headlining so many tours, there was a time when you've opened and you've also supported a lot of these massive artists, right? Which also includes Rihanna and people like that. How was that time? You know, I feel like it's such it also helps the genre get a mainstream boost, but you also were so confident when you're doing it. I think I love the fact that you were open to those kind of things. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, of course it was scary because the opportunity comes on the table, and then you're like Rihanna, Justin Bieber, this is crazy. But no, it's I always have like a a form of like looking at it as like, this is scary, like I can't do this, but still I'm like, it doesn't hurt to try. So with all of those, like it was, of course, you start by building your foundation by saying yes to almost like everything. Like we said yes to Justin Bieber, we said yes to Rihanna, we said yes to doing a bunch of shows where we would go all over the world. At the same time, we would have like the worst like slot times at festivals to opening for some of the greatest artists, and which is really honorable. And no, like I think that really built the foundation of Alan Walker, and I think it's also really cool to be part of like building electronic dance music in a cross-genre universe in a way.
Listen, I know it's a little too early to ask this because you're still here in India, but I must ask, when are you coming back? You can stay here for a year. I'm not asking you to go already, but still, when are you coming back? What can the fans and walkers and your Indian walkers be excited about? Are there any future collaborations that we should know?
Well, as I previously already mentioned, I'll be back later this year on a extensive city tour across India, and that was beginning of October? September, October, yeah. So that's going to be incredible. I'm really excited, and it's going to be the biggest tour I've been doing in India so far, and really excited because we're continuing the expansion of Walker World and bringing the Walker World India edition.
We love that. All right, some fun, quick questions. Alan, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, what are 3 things that we'll find in your van when you're touring?
Phone and laptop. Without the laptop, there would be no show, and phone just to have something to do in between all the dead time.
Okay, is there a ritual that you do before you go on stage?
Drink an energy drink.
Pretty simple.
It's very simple. I don't really have a ritual, but usually that's what I say if people ask.
Yeah. How would you describe the evolution of EDM in India?
The evolution of EDM in India. I mean, I think with anywhere else that I've also seen and been is that like there's always been like a very underground scene. But I think I've seen a lot of great artists and producers come from India, and I think we're just seeing more and more, and I think it's really cool to see that young and aspiring talent, as well as with other people like producers and DJs, are just not emerging within India but also around the world.
I know because you've been here enough. Now I know that you must have seen some films as well. Are there some film and actors that you really like from the Indian film industry?
Oh, I have no idea.
No?
No?
None at all?
I don't know.
Heard of few?
Yeah, I don't know.
No? Not bad. We're going to suggest some to you.
Yeah?
Maybe we'll start with few Shah Rukh movies, and I think you're going to really vibe with it.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna give you a few.
Yes.
Post that. But any Indian artist, you said Preetham. We're super excited about that. But any other Indian singers that you heard off and on that you thought was very interesting?
Not that crosses my mind right now, but there has been like some DJs that I've been looking at previously. For example, Lost Stories, because they made a really cool remix of Faded back in the day. And I think they were some of the first DJs from India that I met.
Okay, what are the funniest nicknames that you've received or you've heard till now?
Alan Skywalker.
That's pretty cool. It's not even funny. It's
it's not easy to make a nickname of my name. It's like Alan Runner, Alan Sitter, Alan Talker. That's usually like the puns or names that people come up with.
What's the weirdest thing you heard a fan say to you?
I don't know. Weirdest. I mean, something.
Funniest.
Huh?
Something funny.
Something funny. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay. Okay. Is there a thing that you still have in your wish list? Like, is there a collaboration that's still there in your wish list?
I mean, one thing that's like probably at the very top is a collaboration with Lady Gaga.
Make that happen, somebody.
It could be very cool. I think her her music, her style could be a good match.
No, I think that'd be awesome. I have a feeling we have some epic collabs coming up, so that sounds interesting. All right, a one-liner message to all your Indian walkers.
Yeah, well, to my Indian walkers, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support throughout the years. I'm really grateful, and I'm super humble and grateful for the opportunity to come back to India and also bringing the Walker World tour to you guys later on this year.
Okay, so before I let you go, I'm going to try and make you say some Hindi. Are you good? You want to try it?
I'm not that good, but I can try.
I'll be very slow.
Yeah.
You have to just say बहुत
बहुत
प्यार.
बहुत
So you can
प्यार.
say, hey, India,
Yeah.
बहुत प्यार.
Okay. Namaste, India. बहुत प्यार.
Aced it. Now you're truly Indian again.
I'm local.
Thank you so much. I hope you had fun. I seriously did.
Cool.
And thank you so much for doing this, and we shall see you soon again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.